Hey everybody, I'm Funky Maclunkey, and today I thought I would take a few minutes and walk you through some of my plans, some of the things that I'm working on, figure series that I'm making, projects in the works, things like that. Just because, honestly, I've released a couple of off-the-wall, oddball things lately that are different from what I normally do, and they've gotten a great response, so I'm going to explore some more stuff like that. So anyway, thought I'd give you a rundown of what you can expect from me on my Etsy shop and on my Cults 3D page in the near future. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, I'm going to, first of all, use a little cheat sheet here. And secondly, I'm looking at myself here, and maybe it's just the light ring. It's the red shirt. It's this stupid red shirt. I got a little bit of sun today. I'm looking a little pink, so I look like I'm glowing in this video. Anyway, I feel kind of ridiculous. Aside from that, I'm going to do this kind of newscaster style here, and there's going to be some images in this area right here that I'll put in later because I'm going to use my cheat sheet right here to go through all the different things that I've got coming up. So I just did a whole series of Andor figures. I did like 20 something of those guys and ladies and got a little burnout on that. For those of you who have requested specific other Andor figures, I am going to make another batch. I just needed to step away from it for a little while. And I know when the new season comes out, there'll be a new set of characters, I'm sure, to make. So I'm sure I'm going to want to do some of those. So I'll get back to it. I promise I haven't forgotten about your requests. Then I also did, gosh, I was very pleasantly surprised. For some reason, I wanted to make a Mac Tonight action figure based on the short-lived late 80s McDonald's mascot guy. Big moon head, bad suit, played the piano. It's Mac Tonight, all that stuff. And everybody loved it. I was really surprised that the response was so good. So I ended up making him available on my Etsy store. So if anybody wants to buy one, let me know. Of course, it's on Cults 3D. If you want to print your own, modify it however you like. It's a completely ridiculous figure. And then I decided to make some Mork and Mindy figures because I had that the original, I guess, late 70s Mork figure, and I wanted to make some more of them. So I made a Mork in his Earth clothes. I made a couple of versions of Mindy, and man, I got a great response for those too. Everybody sold a lot of them. People downloaded a lot, started a lot of conversation. The nostalgia is real, y'all. Everybody seems to have really liked Mork and Mindy when we were kids, and I stand by. Mindy was hot. She was hot in that like girl next door, weirdo, funny, kind of librarian, goody two shoes. I don't know. She was hot. Anyway, so I made those figures, and so I'm going to continue making some non-Star Wars figures. All right, but I'm also going to stay. I'm going to stay in my lane a little bit, and I'm going to make some more Star Wars stuff. So let's talk about what's coming next. I'm going to use my cheat sheet here. So up next, now that I've done Mork and Mindy, I'm going to do a series of Heir to the Empire figures, and that would be like Joris C'baoth and Mara Jane and Talon Card and a couple of others in the vintage Kenner style. I've gotten requests for that, and frankly, I want those in my display too, so I'm going to make those. Then I'm going to make maybe a couple of weird figures that there'll be more about those later, Star Wars adjacent, if you will. And then I'm going to move into doing some other kind of B-movie, off-the-radar sci-fi film figure. So I want to make a Zardoz figure. I'm gonna put a picture of that here. Yeah, that's Sean Connery in some weird space thong. He kind of looks like a hairy, ponytailed 70s Borat. I don't know what's going on there, but I want to make this into a figure because I think it would be hysterical. So I'm gonna do a Zardoz figure. I'll probably do some figures based on other movies like Logan's Run, Star Crash. I got to make a Stella Star figure. Maybe Silent Runnings. Maybe the original Westworld. I don't know. I want to do some things. Oh, Last Starfighter. I'm going to do a series of Last Starfighter figures. And so what I'll probably do is I'll do like one little batch from one of those films, and then I'll do some more Star Wars stuff, and then I'll do another batch from one of those films, and then more Star Wars stuff. And then the next few batches after I do the Heir to the Empire Star Wars stuff, I'm going to do some Shadows of the Empire figures. That's often requested as well. So, we got the figures in the 90s, and they, were okay. But I want to do, I've scanned those figures, and so I'm going to make those scans available for people to print. And then I'm also going to do retro vintage style versions of those characters as well, in addition to others that Kenner didn't put out in the 90s. So keep an eye out for those. I'll probably do half a dozen of those. And then I'll go back and do another set of original trilogy figures. I've got a list here. People have been requesting all sorts of stuff. There's that dude that hung out in Jabba's palace that was for some reason wearing rebel indoor camouflage outfit. I don't know what his weird backstory is. I don't really care, but I'm gonna make that guy. I'm gonna do Jenny, Han's little girlfriend lady from Mos Eisley that I believe was only seen in deleted scenes, but I got a couple of good pictures of her behind the scenes that I can use to make her. And I'm going to do some Princess Leia figures. I'm going to do this Princess Leia, and maybe that Princess Leia, and of course probably this Princess Leia. All of those often requested. And then I'm going to do another batch of Ewoks. I made a batch of 8 custom Ewoks last year, and everybody loved them. They sell like crazy. So I'm going to make another batch of 8 of those. Then let's see. Oh, I'm going to do some Blade Runner figures from the original Blade Runner. I've got a list of, I think, 8 characters from that I'm going to do. That gets asked for a lot. I can't believe, and maybe somebody has tackled this, but I can't believe somebody hasn't tackled that and made a bunch of killer Blade Runner figures by now, but I'm going to give it a shot. Some other original trilogy figures, I want to do another batch of Imperial officers. There's a ton of those dudes. I haven't done Captain Nita. I haven't done, Ramodi or Cass. There's a couple of other ones, minor dudes, most of them. And then I'm going to do a couple of more Jabba's Palace guys, Captain Antilles, General Dodonna. Those, I get asked for those a lot too. I know other people have made those figures available in factory plastic, but not as files to 3D print. So I'll probably take a go at those. And then my mini rigs. I love mini rigs. I've talked about that on my Instagram a decent amount. I want to make some custom mini rigs. So I've got some ideas for those. Really trying to keep it kind of off the wall, just like the original mini rigs were. Make them fit in universe. I've got an idea for a Bespin, a Cloud City related mini rig, a couple of Ewok related mini rigs, a Jabba related mini rig, a few other ones. And I'll try to make those to where they're easy to print for people who want to print with FDM printers or with resin printers. So, let's see. My list is huge, guys. When the hell am I going to do all of this? 2024 is going to be gone before we know it. I want to take another stab at a bunch of Mandalorian figures that never got made. That gang of bounty hunters that he rolled with, and I think in season 1 with the 2 Twi'lek, the lady and the guy. I want to make them, and the larger gentleman with the curly hair and the beard, who I don't know his name in real life, but I know he played Lieutenant Eckhart in one of the Batman movies. That guy. I want to make that guy. Yeah. And then maybe some weird Tusken Raiders. I don't know. Just some variants. Somebody sent me a sketch of or a drawing of a Tusken Raider with hodgepodge stormtrooper armor, like they had put it together with scraps out in the desert, and it looked really awesome. I want to explore that kind of thing as well. Gosh, guys, I've talked for 9 minutes and 22 seconds about all the things that I'm working on. Here's what I need you to do if you've gotten this far. I need you to tell me in the comments what you're actually excited about. Do you care about any of this? Am I talking to myself here? What are you most excited about out of all the things that I just rattled off? I get all sorts of requests all over the board of different things. So I never really know, without asking, what the thing that most people are excited about is. I did a poll on Instagram not too long ago where I threw a few of these things up there and said, what do you want to see more of? And I think it was Heir to the Empire, Shadows of the Empire, mini rigs, or more original trilogy figures. And Heir to the Empire won, so I'm gonna do with like 33% of the vote or something like that. So I'm gonna do that first, and I'm gonna do all of them, but that's what I'm gonna do first. So let me know in the comments what you think. Until next time, stay funky, everybody.